At Christmas, traditional stories of the season are told and retold in homes throughout the world. But a little known and a little told story is that Turkey is a living treasury of early Christianity. As the birth of the Christ child is celebrated throughout the Christian world, let us give a thought as well to the saints and evangelists who 19 centuries ago left their imprint on an already ancient land. Much of the early Church of Christ lives in the Bible lands of Turkey today. The city of Ephesus on the Aegean coast of Turkey has a history 30 centuries old. In the days of the young Christian church, Ephesus was a cosmopolitan city with all races and colors of God's creatures, a major commercial and maritime center between the East and West. When the Christians were driven from the Holy Land, St. John, the youngest apostle, entrusted with the care of the Virgin Mary after the crucifixion of Christ, came to Ephesus together with a large group of Christians, which included Mary Magdalene. Ephesus and Asia Minor became the very place where the apostles and the first Christians, after they left the Holy Land, reorganized their forces and prepared themselves to spread their message of Christ to the West. In Ephesus today, the shrine of the Blessed Virgin stands on the site of the home said to have been built for her by St. John, in which she lived and ascended to heaven at the age of 64. Her small chapel, built on the site of her home, is on the Mountain of Nightingales, named for the singing birds which sang there then and sing there still. The Church of Mary, St. Mary's Basilica at Ephesus, is the first Christian church dedicated to the Virgin Mary. At the time the church was dedicated, it was not allowed, according to the canon law, to dedicate any church to a saint or martyr, unless they either lived there or by their death at that place gave to it their special value. Indeed, Turkey still has the largest number after the Holy Land of the most important biblical and holy places of the first Christian centuries. It was in Iznik, formerly called Nicaea, that the First Ecumenical Council of the Church met in 325 to formulate the Nicene Creed. Here, too, the Seventh Council met in the Church of Santa Sophia. But the most famous Santa Sophia is, of course, in Istanbul. The building of Santa Sophia is this month 1,400 years old. Istanbul was not only capital of the Eastern Roman Empire under Constantine, but the administrative and spiritual center of Eastern Christianity. The present building of Santa Sophia was built as a church by Justinian and his Empress Theodora in the 6th century. The hallowed interiors of Santa Sophia are no longer used for worship, but they are a striking museum of Byzantine mosaic art, with biblical scenes as beautiful today as when they were first created. Some of the finest Byzantine mosaics in the world may also be found in Istanbul's Church of St. Saviour in Kora. Karia Mosque it is called today. Both the mosaics and the church's exceptional wall paintings date from the 14th century and are preserved with great care. Turkey, itself a museum of Christian antiquities of the dawning early Church of Christ, offers a particular site of otherworldly fantasy, the fairy chimneys of Güreme in the Cappadocian Valley. This valley holds hundreds of churches, chapels, and tombs, each molded out of solid masses of volcanic rock by Christians more than 1,000 years ago. These richly frescoed cave dwellings and cathedrals were carved with nature's help into a monastic colony, a place of peace. Extremely rich and varied, the frescoes depict scenes from the life of Christ and his saints. Many of the other historical sites in Turkey of especial interest to Christians are associated with the missionary journey of the Apostle Paul. St. Paul, born in Tarsus, a town on the southern coast of Turkey, started his first missionary journey from Antioch, today called Antakya. Antioch, once the third largest city of the Roman Empire, was the first place where the word Christian was used. And here one finds one of the first of the early Christian churches, St. Peter's Grotto. This ancient church is fitted into a natural grotto, and here Christ's followers gathered in secret to hear St. Peter preach the new faith for the first time. Across the face of modern-day Turkey, the 7 apocalyptical churches mentioned in the Bible are to be found. one each in Izmir, Ephesus, Bergamo, Akhisar, Sartmanisa, Al-Shahir, and Denizli. And recently, linking the ages of the past to the present, archaeologists hunting for the remains of Noah's Ark on Mount Ararat in eastern Turkey have discovered pieces of wood believed to be part of the ancient Ark on the site where Noah's Ark came to rest in the biblical story of the Great Deluge. In this 20th century, in this special season celebrating the birth of Christ, modern Turkey stands a reverent guardian of the antiquities of the dawning early Church of Christ.